Wassail Beautiful People. So Gaia, Uranus, has gone direct, and it all feels way more splendidly beautiful, I have to say. I love it. Wassail one person. So I need to put a link. Hang on, let's do that. I just started live and it wouldn't connect. So I'm just going to type in a Wassail of the Alchemy of Astrology deck, and you can go to my website and you can download the free PDFs. Wassail Dark Dragon. Oh, look, we got an insect. We got a little spirit totem coming in on me. So it's all good. So sorry, Wassail Dark Fire Dragon 2013. It's just around the bowl. Look, it just won't go away. Oh, not off my face, please. I just want to get on my third eye. Wassail Naringa. So, yeah, we've got the new deck that I've been using, the Alchemy of Astrology, Wassail Carolina. And you can go onto my website, Wassail Megan Horton. You can go onto the website and you can download the deck. You can either download the frames, the templates, Wassail Danielle, or you can download the full thing with the images on. But it means you can now have a little play with the deck yourselves. Oh, well, go and babysit, but get the PDF when it comes. It's very exciting. So the other thing I want to say is I've talked to Debbie Angel, and you'll see a couple of examples of her work on the page. And I just want to say that it would be really helpful if you can afford to make a contribution towards her spending many hours, days and weeks and months drawing 91 cards. So if you can, go to my PayPal account, donate some money and put on it for Debbie, DEBI, and then I can send her that money and it will help her to buy food, you know, and to take the time to design the wonderful artwork for our deck. Wassail Mariette. Yeah, I'm so excited. I have to say, with Gaia, Uranus, changing direction, everything feels a lot more beautiful. Also, that full moon was intense but lovely. That was a nice one to get through. So the PDF is, I've just put a link in to the PDF. And it will change later. This is just the first draft so that we can all have a little play. So as I say, you'll see on the website, there's links to Debbie Angel's Instagram account so that you can follow her and see her beautiful art that she does. Yeah, do you know what I am? Because, Danielle, I am a lot brighter today because there's several things in my life that have shifted and moved forward. So a realization that the original dental solution I was having just wasn't going to work, but also just getting through 91 cards and creating them, marking them, giving them the current energies that they need. Yes, absolutely, Natalie. So the cards are going to now be created properly with artwork on them. And that's by a wonderful artist called Debbie Angel. If you can afford to donate money, go to my PayPal account, send money to Debbie, DEBI, and I will send her the money to help finance her while she does this. Way, just got on the subway. Well, I hope you're on the subway for a while, Penelope. So, yes, we have the PDFs. They're available. Wow, you got the same color on. It feels like when I was getting showered just now, I was like, I need to feel very bright. I need to feel very alive and very sort of the new energy. It feels like the new energy is here and we're moving into a new frequency. So yeah, again, I'm just going to say, if you can send money for Debbie, mark it for Debbie to my PayPal account, I will send her money because she's got 91 images on the cards to do, and it would be really nice to be able to finance her for the moment. I've been saving as much money as I can here and there to bung towards people because I'm also, trying to spend money helping Olga as well to do the rune images. So until we get a full deck published and sellable, then the proper money can flow. So Wassail Kathy. Who else have I missed? Wassail Natalie. Wassail Soulful Magic. Wassail Danielle Freeze. So I'm just going to put this in again. This is the website page where you can download the PDFs for the Alchemy of Astrology deck in its raw form. But as I say, Debbie Angel is going to be working on it. We're going to just dive in and do some Gaia Uranus stuff now. And Wassail Virgin, Wassail Amy Gilkessler. Every time I'm singing, because I've got the bowl here, it keeps ringing. So let's have some Neptune bells to celebrate the fact that I've spent... I actually thought I'd been spending months, but I think I spent about 2.5 months developing this first version of the deck, but it's been intense. It's been a lot of very hard work. So Wassail Petra, Wassail Mika, Wassail Esther. Oh, has Rob finished? I should have looked. I'm sorry if I've started while Rob's still going, Wassail Rebel Scum. I love singing that. Wassail Apedon, Wassail Abib, Wassail Elsa, Wassail Keezy, Wassail Rob Odinson. So Rob Odinson's here. Sorry, Rob, I didn't know you were doing something, but obviously you finished. Rob and I are going live tomorrow. We're doing Chinese animal signs, everybody. So that'll be exciting. So I suggest if you want to go on it, it's going to be on Rob's channel. So go to Rob's channel. Rob can send the link now. And you can subscribe and get bell notifications and join Rob's beautiful community. Oh, that was cool. See, you knew. You were there. You were in on this moment. It's got bells and everything. So, everybody, look, here is the page for the Alchemy of Astrology deck. You can download a free PDF. I know, he is a bit psychic, Rob. Wassail Heidi. And you can start to have some fun with them. They will change a little bit. And I want to just say to everybody again, I'm going to keep saying this, but I've got a lovely artist friend, Debbie Angel, who's going to draw and create the beauty of the deck. And if you can afford to send a donation, send it to my PayPal account, but mark it for Debbie, and I will forward all the money because she's got a lot of images. There's 91. Wassail Jen. Yeah, Rob's more psychotic than psychic. So let's ring the bells anyway to celebrate the fact that I've worked very, very hard to get 91 cards in some kind of form. And we're going to use just them. We might use a little bit of Lenormand, but we're going to use them to look at aspects of Gaia, Uranus, because forwards, stationary and direct, and that's always an energy I like with Uranus, Gaia. Oh, here we go. Neptune's bells. That was big. Natalie, the Mary card's the final card. It's card 91. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm loving. Sorry, those bells were very clear. They had a kind of really loud announcement like, hooray, I'm going forwards again. Wassail Patrick. So who else is feeling so beautiful today? Because Gaia, Uranus, has gone stationary direct. Everything's moving forward. And seriously, from having no flies, they're all after me today. I have flies back. Look, it's around my head. I bet it lands on my third eye. They're obsessed. But they're telling me we've done good work, people. We've got a new deck on the way. Yeah, it's really worth downloading the blanks because they give you all the words neatly so you can read them. Because you'll see from mine, I can't read half my things. Look at this fly. It's really going to go on my forehead. I don't want it there today. I really don't want it there today. So I've lost track now with that fly. So we're going to, you can download the blanks and then you can draw the symbols on them yourself, which is worth doing. You don't have to stick to the colors I've used. I just wanted to make them a bit more colorful to help me understand certain things. Yeah, it wants to lay eggs in my third eye, is where it wants. Yeah, exactly. But the weirdest thing is, I haven't had any flies. I've had ants. But now that I've decided the energy is moving forwards and I'm no longer in that kind of... I always think when you get to the beginning of a new year, numerologically, it's like spirit and the cosmos picks up everything and just shakes all the energies and there's like a snow globe effect. And you have to wait for that energy to drop down and it finally feels like it's dropped. So I'm feeling a lot more lively today. So goodness knows what might happen tomorrow when Rob and I get together. Don't forget, Rob and I are doing live tomorrow at 11 CST. And it'll be on his channel. So go across to his channel and subscribe to him and you'll get the notification when it starts. Yeah, it's not quite chartreuse, actually. It's really, really bright acid yellow. But in this light, it's looking a little more chartreuse. Wassail Rhonda. Wassail Heidi. I might have said hello already, Heidi, but I lose track. I'm really in the now today, so I'm not following things properly, logically. So what do we want to talk about? I want to talk about Gaia, Uranus. So at 10 degrees of Taurus. And also bearing in mind that the sun will be leaving Capricorn. It's at 29 degrees 22 today. So I'm going to just go straight in with asking. Oh, yeah, sorry. Rob and I are doing Chinese Zodiacs tomorrow because it'll be fun. I don't want to over talk about it today because otherwise I'll have nothing to say tomorrow because I've always got nothing to say. It'll be Year of the Water Tiger. And we've had a couple of years of metal. And they've been hard years. Water tiger is about reforming the world, creating newness. So yeah, you can find yourself in preparation. Check your Chinese year. The thing is, if you go to the 5 pillars of wisdom and ask for that area, you will get 5 different animal signs. You get one for your year, one for your month, one for your day, one for your hour, and one for your minute. They all represent different things. So although I am year of the monkey, I am also month of the rooster and day of the dragon. Yeah, we might look at the nodes. I'll show you my nodes if you show me Uranus. So let's just whack on, people. So we're looking at Uranus and Gaia, stationary direct. What's the general feeling? I don't know whether I really want that one. I'm going to go with the one that came first. What have we got? Oh, Sappho. So look, I've also added now on these cards, on asteroids, this one is 3.4 years is the length of the solar orbit. So I've added a little bit more information. So Sappho, I just need to check where Sappho is right now. 1 degree of Aries. 1 degree of Aries. You're a water rosette. What's a water rosette, Patrick? I knew it was a rooster. Actually, it's very strange, but there was a rooster, and I've not heard a rooster here at all. Cock-a-doodle-doo, just before I started. So, oh, see, look, this is interesting. So I've got Sappho in Aries, and I've got Quicksilver. And this is Quicksilver. I know it's the image of Mercury, but it's not the card of Mercury. This is the energy. 3-3. I'm really getting that sense of this is a moment when Gaia, Uranus, is bringing something into the real world. And it's the energy of, I'm kind of getting this sensation of it being very much Galdir, that magic of words, declaring out loud the frequencies you want to move into. And it's about sensual expression. I also want to say sensible expression. It's sort of poetry. We need to feel an energy of emotions underneath all the language we use. We need to make our voice, our communication more honestly emotional and more truly onomatopoeic. Ooh, I love that word. So if you don't know what onomatopoeic words are, they're words like splash, because they've got a splashy sound. They sound like what they are. Bang has got an onomatopoeia about it. This is also, vocal aphrodisiac. It's almost like we've now got to begin to use our words to create charms. And then we have Quicksilver. And Quicksilver is dynamism. It's mutable modality. So if you think about if you think about the fact that Gaia, Uranus is in Taurus, fixed Earth, this is a moment to refix things. It's also interesting because Ceres, the sacral, Ceres went into Gemini and has been retrograding, turned stationary direct again on the 14th, but is now currently at about 28 degrees of Taurus. So again, there's something within our sacral, something within that Taurian fixed energy that wasn't completed that needs to be recompleted. So Wassail Joyce Hartman. So mutable modalities. So usually mutable modalities are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So it's about an energy that we're going to be running into now as Gaia Uranus turns direct, of a kind of restlessness. This is a card that heralds change. It's a little bit Heimdall. It's like a fanfare being blown to bring in something new. So, Wassail Benvina, Wassail Alina Lee, Wassail Margaret Hughes. So I'm just Wassail Siggy. Oi, we got Vesta. So look, Vesta takes 3.8 years to orbit the sunshine. So I just checked Vesta's locale. Can't see through these glasses. Well, not close up. Vesta, 4 degrees of Capricorn. So Vesta is bringing magnetism. Oh, that's interesting. There's a real sense of, I'm getting the energy of magnets of time. I'm hearing, it's like we've all been in our individual bubbles for the last 2 years, trying to sort out our sacrals, trying to work out our lives, trying to work out our emotions. And we've got to that stage where we've got to bring the world back together. So all those timelines that we've been living in individually, I mean, last year, moments last year felt like it went on forever, and yet at another time it was very, very rapid. Wassail Melissa, I'm sorry if you're buffering, it might be me, but they have increased the speed here, so it should be better. And usually if I've got poor connection, it tells me, and I ain't got that. So yes, Vesta, she's the inextinguishable, and that's what this feels like. If we can work through this vocal aphrodisiac, to Galdir, to speak a wishes, a philosophy, a movement forwards to the real world, we can begin to make our new frequencies that we're coming into have a kind of inextinguishable energy about them. Something that is us standing in power, a light, eternal, inextinguishable. That's the real frequency that I'm getting from this. So that's the general energy. And I'm going to ask, where is Gaia Uranus taking us? Where are you? Not having those, they didn't fall. Where are you taking us? Saturn. This is really interesting because I was looking, because obviously I finished the deck. Saturn's 19, and the mirror card to 19 is Mary the Jewess. And it's really interesting that she is all that can be. And this is that energy often of restriction. And so it's like the mirror is to take whatever restricts us and see it as an energetic opportunity to grow. And I think that's been my learning curve in the last few months. It really, really no longer matters whatsoever remotely if anything goes wrong. Anything, I don't want to just say, look, tower moments come along and then we kind of, we deal with them and they're lovely. What I mean is that every single obstacle, every single moment that doesn't go right is irrelevant to me now. I can truly say that. I saw someone else say someone's name. No, it's gone. Wassail Kirsty. So yeah, it's this energy of seeing any form of restriction as opportunity, any form of denial as an opportunity. Everything has to be learning. Yeah, Mercury is still retrograding, but I love Mercury when it retrogrades. I like all retrograde periods, apart from I don't really like when Gaia, Uranus is retrograde. I like that one forwards because it's an energy of forwardsness. So it's one that really feels uncomfortable within me. So Saturn takes, can you see, 29.5 years to go around the sun. This is lower heart, it's the natural world. It's also the oldest metal, and it's about redemption. But it's also an energy of animism. And it's interesting that Gaia, Uranus, is in Taurus, fixed earth. And this is the card of nature. This is the card of a physical presence in the real world, spirits all around us. And that's interesting. Wassail Steve. How are you, my friend? And it's linear time. It's like time will tick on again now. Time's been all over the place. You felt dumber than usual. How would you know, Rob? So what else with Saturn? What else with... Right, they've all gone on the floor, but one has fallen on the table. So I'm putting all the ones on the floor back in the deck. Eros. Now, Eros has also just done something like shift into Pisces or something. Eros, 0 degrees of Pisces. Eros takes 1.7 years to go around the sun. Eros is the energy of love. Eros is the energy of sexual desires. It's the need for sexual pleasures. It's a need for eroticism, for playfulness. But it can also be an energy of appreciating love pains and sexual wounds. Now, that's making me think that there's an aspect at the moment here. Wassail Sheila. Check a few bits. One of them was something. Okay, it's Venus trining Uranus. That's what this is to do with. And that's really interesting that it should be Eros. So I think what we need to do is to go into that subject. Venus trine Uranus. So let's get that deck out. I need my glasses on so I can see, well, actually I can see what you're doing if I come forwards. Maybe I could pull the computer a bit nearer. So I can see now what you're all up to. It's actually easier without the glasses on. I can just come nearer and have a little read. So look, people, there is the PDF for this deck if you want to download it and print it yourself. And there's a blank version that you can fill in and draw the symbols yourself, or there's a full version with everything involved in it. Yeah. So I'm glad your internet's clearing up. So Venus. No, I'm not taking 4 cards. I need them to... I'm going to try and get these printed on some decent card so I can shuffle them a bit better. Right. Venus. Okay, so Venus. I feel like Venus, Trine Uranus has it has an energy of romance, but it's feeling very much like, I don't mean to be difficult, but you read what you feel. This has got an energy of challenging long-term relationships. I've got the energy of Venus being to do with severing, the energy to do with dissolution, disentangling, rupturing, um, compartmentalizing your life as you move forwards. And then we have Moon in Libra, which is, this is the energy of a kind of, it says ease, and it's skin, kidneys, bladder, veins, bladder infections. But it is, again, it's got this energy of idealism, but compromise, and an idea of a kind of anxiety that's created around an incompletion. It's about an energy that Venus is bringing that makes you sense there's something romantically incomplete in your world that needs some kind of kick up the arse. And that's exactly what Gaia, Uranus, is all about. And it's coming with Cancer. So this is to dissolve, reabsorb, to seek a solution. But to seek a solution in alchemy, you've got to put things in a liquid. You've got to emotionally move things, saturate things emotionally to understand them. And it's about devouring emotions. This is quite a strong and tricky energy. So I'm going to ask what the advice might be. Can hear the hummingbird. What would the advice be? What would the advice be? What would the advice be here? What would the advice be? Antimony. Let's just go with antimony for the minute. Antimony, home. Cancer, home. 4-4. There's a healing needed around the home that Venus is working on. And this isn't like just about the self. This is about your relationship with others within the home. This is wolf protection. This is like having a sense of a wild, instinctual human nature. There's something explosive. There's something acidic as well. Antimony is acid resistant. So it's like, I feel like I'm sensing the energy of arguments, but that you're resistant to them. It feels like within your cycle, you're dissolving all of your emotions again. Yeah, that hummingbird's really loud here. There's been a lot of new birds here today. There's a tree over here that's covered in some kind of fruit, and they're all having rows about who owns the territory. But there's so much food on here, they couldn't possibly eat it all. And then today, usually there might be 3 or 4 cadaver birds flying in the air. There were about 50 this morning. So the other thing that I'm getting from this is a kind of seduction energy. So the antimony was used in coal, the black eyeliner. There's something about, there's a seduction energy taking shape. I mean, and we've had Eros. My one concern would be that with the energy of Venus trining Uranus, is it such a romantic energy, but it can actually lead to a kind of impulsiveness, like a desire to start some kind of new energetic relationship that probably won't last. It's not a good time to actually start. So maybe the challenge here is to deal with, bring to the surface, dissolve and resolve current emotional issues with people. Yeah, and Wassail Scottish lass. Wassail Scottish lass. Yeah, the whole world is losing its head, and that's the algo energy. Bearing in mind that Ceres has just retrograded into 28 degrees of Taurus, that's kind of on the energy of algo still, and that's the energy of decapitation, losing your head, the energy of feeling out of control. There's another frequency that we're going to look at in a minute, which is some of the others like Saturn Square Uranus, Mercury Square Venus, Uranus, Moon Square Uranus. There's a lot of energies that are currently separating. The difference with this one we're doing first of all is it's applying. This is an energy that's becoming stronger. So that need to ease and resolve and dissolve emotional issues that we already have, relationships we are already in, is a very strong frequency. And there's something about this being the energy of Venus upside down. It's turning something sacrally on its head. Wassail Pamela Alexander. So any more? What else would you like to tell us about this Venus, Trine, Uranus, Gaia? Oh. It's not looking good. Look, it doesn't mean it's what has to happen for you. It's just kind of bringing you a preparedness. This is like a Rob reading. So you asked a question, and I'm going to give you the honest truth. So the first card you have out is, well, yeah, it's Soot, card 90. And this is chaos. This is endings. This is the Massa Confuser. So the Massa Confuser is the chaos that surrounds everything. Wassail Sigdom. And it's like the void is swirling around. It's like cosmic love cycles are being brought out. So when I say that, it's this energy of, from within the cosmos, all threads that are pulled from within chaos are pulled on strings of love. Even if they're not bringing that energy, they're formed of that energy at their core. And it's the basic moisture, it's the seed of all things. So there's something about severing an relationship in its current toxicity. You have to redefine it, you have to renew it, because with this energy of chaos, if you can get inside the chaos and see the love frequency that's inside the chaos, this limitless potential, these cycles of cosmic love, then you can get this card, which is House 7, Partnerships, Amalgamation. So this is drawing something together, unifying things, sharing things. But the key word here, because it's a card of House 7, a Libra kind of energy, Wassail Mama Jama, is equality. It's bringing something together with equality. It's interesting, cosmic love is available, and this card is your cosmic +1 ticket. It's the idea of moving into a kind of discovering your destined cohorts. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're new people. They can be old people who you learn through language, through that Sappho connection that was there earlier, that sensual vocal aphrodisiac, to recreate your relationship with people around you. So it's to nestle and it's to conjoin. Something is conjoined, something is conjuncting that I was aware of. Let me just have a little dig through here. I mean, Sirius and Sedna, but I don't usually read Sedna. We did a reading on Sedna, but that's about reforming things from the old, something new. But there was something else I thought that I noticed. No, I think it's something that's coming up in a few days. It's not today. I look so far ahead, and then I muddle. So that's the energy that the Venus trine is bringing. It's bringing what I would call a very large obstacle. But as I said, all obstacles need now to be seen as opportunities, a chance to grow, a chance to reform, a chance to renew something that is stuck. So we're going to move on to Saturn Square in Uranus, Gaia. So Saturn Square Uranus, it's a 3-degree orb at the moment and it's separating. So it's an energy that's happened and is moving away. But what we're going to look at is what is inside that energy of Saturn Square Uranus. It's interesting because Saturn's in Aquarius and that's at home. But also Uranus rules Aquarius as well. So there's an energy of when they're square of not really kind of working things out together. And I always get this sense that Uranus is kind of looking and going, oh, that other rulers in my home, and being a bit annoyed because, you know, Saturn's got 2 homes. So let's have a little drink. What are you talking about, people? So, Saturn Square, Gaia, Uranus. So, Saturn, I want a Saturn card. I want to know what Saturn's feeling about this. So, this is the energy of chaos. And it's an energy of trying to find order within chaos. It's also... it's been very unpredictable and strict and like a need for a kind of rigid logic. And that's going to start to come away now, I would imagine. So Saturn. Interesting. So we've got Earth, the planet, not the element, the Earth. Of these cards now. We've got to that stage, people. And now it's over to Debbie Angel, who's going to be drawing them. So if you are able to make a donation towards the artwork so that we can feed Debbie while she does 91 images, you can send it via my PayPal account, but mark it for Debbie, and then I will send all of that money to Debbie. And it would be really great to show your support to her because she is an amazing artist, as you'll see from a couple of images on my website. So this is about the grid lines of the world. So Saturn squaring Uranus, as it separates now, it's like you will be able to find your earth walk, sacred earth walk. So a new energy lines are opening up all over the world for us to step into reality. That's one of the energies of this card. It's a reality. It's an openness, but it's also about a focus returning. And it's about getting into the nowness of life. So what else? Saturn Square, Gaia Uranus. Saturn Square, Gaia Uranus. So come on, I need a little bit more. We need to show this deck off. We need to show how beautiful it is and how important to get this deck up and made. Oh, there we go. Oh, it sat on the desk on the edge of the table and it waited and then it eventually fell. So is it an energy? Ooh, look. I said this is about song lines, dragon lines, snake lines. Orpheus is in the house. Yes, thanks, Rob. That's where you send any monies to Debbie. And you mark it for Debbie, D-E-B-I. She's called Debbie Angel, which is such a beautiful name. She's an artist friend of mine from where I lived in the UK. And she's an incredible artist. I'm so grateful that she's willing to do this. Wassail Sacred Seed. So this is Ophiuchus. Bolt from the blue, the snake bearer. It's the cosmic serpent. So this is almost talking about this energy because for me, Gaia, Uranus in sound healing is crown chakra. It's the energy of the cosmic serpent. It's the platinum light frequency that comes down and integrates itself in our body constantly, but it's always distorted within our body. And this is bringing us this energy of being able to connect to the earth serpent, the Jormungandr, the energy of a destiny becoming much more apparent. So this is a really powerful and profound energy. Actually, look, it's 26 and 13. It's like it's a double 13 energy. So it's like having 3 13s here. I need some more cards on that. I need to know what that's taking us to. You feel like you were a kid who was late to class. You're not late. We're all just learning. I'm learning with these cards. They've all got new words on them now. I spent yesterday for hours writing all the new words on in really bad handwriting because all my pens weren't working. Yeah, 13 chakra system. Oh, that one's just slipped out. Oh, interesting. It's Moon in Virgo. There's the hummingbird. So Saturn is bringing this energy of life trimming. So things that I want to say, things that you know restrict you, things that you've been aware of. It's about redefining your circumstances. It's about, it's something to do with this double energy of 2 snakes. There's something about the snake of digestion, the digestive tract, being a silent snake within the body. This is an energy that often has, when you're out of balance, digestive issues. And I think there's a lot of digestive issues at the moment. A lot of people talking about how they're changing their diet, thinking about different foods that they eat. Yeah, reframing. It's also it's things like the pancreas and it's the skin. It's about, I want to say, like a blooming of health. Because, well, yeah, you see, look, I'm saying a blooming of health, and then my brain is saying that realization that we've been in a pandemic, we've been in an energy of being of a world that's been very unhealthy. And I'm being given an image of a kind of a health bloom returning. It's like, again, because it's in Virgo, the moon in Virgo, it's about being aware of details. It's about suddenly seeing things that you couldn't see before. And that's what I mean about this energy of Gaia Uranus. It's a transformative moment when it returns and moves forwards. Yeah, it really is. This is the most opportunistic time to make transformations. Hey! Here we are, see, look, Uranus has turned up. I feel like I've got to sing you a beat. Oh, I hope I brought my whistle. So this is crown consciousness. Uranus takes 84 years to go around the sun. And this is change. This is that platinum frequency. It's about endurance. It's primordial thoughts. It's returning to truths that have been squashed and lost. It's about a penetrative understanding. And it's also an energy of revolution. So let's see if I've got my whistle in here somewhere. Hooray! So, yeah, platinum frequency. I quite like it. It's that silvery grey energy that comes in through the consciousness. I don't know if you can hear that bird, but it's doing a nice trill. I was just being drawn to how you've got Venus, F sharp, higher heart, trining Uranus, and you've had this square energy of Saturn and Uranus. That's a lower heart. So this is really about bringing the energies, applying and separating new emotions within our heart center. So let's just get that B a little bit more. So there was an anxiety around that at the beginning that needed to go, and that's the energy. Well, my connection went on for a few seconds, so if you get any burping, that'll be why. Let's pop these cards back in the deck. Right, so the next part that whenever we look at is Mercury square Uranus, Gaia. This is at 2 degrees separation. So this is again something that's come into being, has created an issue globally, and is now moving away. And the issue here is about sort of extreme views, forced opinions, unrealistic desires, a kind of not compromising. And it's an energy of destructive creativity. So let's see where that's going to be taking us as they separate now. Yeah, there's another energy coming up in a minute that is all to do with vulnerability, and that is in the air today. It's a very brief one. It's the moon squaring Gaia Uranus. But that one moves very quickly. There's the hummingbird again, bringing the love back. Wassail Brandy Harrison. Right, what do we have down here? Mercury square Gaia Uranus. You see, it's really interesting. It's been an energy of breakdowns, and that is that frequency that I just said about. It's this energy of extreme views, forced opinions. So pulverize 88. Wassail Miss Mary Berry. So this is the energy of to atomize. So there are troubles in all our lives. There are traumas that we have, and we can decide whether to keep that trauma as some kind of rock that we pick up and just keep smacking ourselves in the head with from time to time, or we can choose to take that thing and analyze it. We can put it in our microscopic mortar and pestle, and we can break down every little part of that painful rock that we've created, that rock of self-destruction, that rock that we use to punish ourselves with, and we can break it down. And this is this energy of the minutiae of details, the minutiae of what we use to hurt ourselves with. Wassail Jules. So here's just a link again to the Alchemy of Astrology deck, free PDF so that you can download it. And you will see information about Debbie Angel, who is going to be drawing all 91 images for us. And if you can afford to send a donation to help her with her time, send it to my PayPal account and mark it for Debbie, DEBI, and that will be perfect. So this is that rock. So we need to deconstruct to reconstruct. And that's what, it's almost like this energy of Mercury squaring Gaia Uranus has been showing us that our own personal rock of punishment, that frequency that we need to start to break down into a talcum powder, we need to lessen it so that when we throw those memories up, they're just a bit of dust that sticks to our skin. They're no longer something so violently painful. And I can't really I can't express enough how much change I've been through since my parents died. And I'm coming up for the year anniversary soon for my mother's death. And it is about how that is no longer the same pain. I've worked my way through it. I've analyzed what it means to be a renewed me. I've reconstructed my life in the new absence of any parental influence. And in the end, because I've seen the positive growth, it's also helped me to realize that any block, any hiccup, anything that comes in my way to trip me up, it no longer matters. It's all an opportunity to learn, to accept something new. So one of the things, as you know, I went to see the dentist, and she said I would have my teeth two pieces by the 28th of December. And it wasn't until, I don't know, last week or the week before that she eventually got in touch, and I went in and she brought a single piece that I said I can't wear that because when I do my singing, that's going to get in the way and it will make me want to throw up all the time. And I could have seen that as something really traumatic. But instead I thought, do you know what? I'll pay her for the piece that she's made. I won't wear it, but it gives me the ability to see that obstacle as something to learn to grow from. And that would be for me to just decide to sort of take a plunge and go for a better kind of dental treatment, and to know that that's the decision I have to make. And I can do it. So anything that comes in, something that blocks me, like my iPad's been in a repairer's here for weeks, and he sent off for the parts, all the wrong parts came, and in the end he said he couldn't get them. So we took the iPad to another repairer who repaired it really quickly, but some other part of the motherboard needed changing. So that's still got to be done. But, you know, it's hard doing my work on a tiny phone screen, but you just do it. You learn to get over things. So this is about this energy of Mercury squaring. And Mercury is a fast mover. Mercury, you know, zips round the sun every 3 months. It's just it appears to us to go retrograde. It's about this frequency of witnessing this rock, witnessing your traumas, witnessing the things that you hurt yourself with, and just deciding that now is the perfect opportunity to change them. So the next card we have is the card of Libra. And Libra is conversion, to change something. It's also sublimation. And sublimation is the process of when you go from a solid to a gas. So it's like a really big transformation, and it misses out liquid in between. So it's almost like being able to reconstruct yourself. I don't want to say unemotionally, but without emotions being the obstacles. So work out cerebrally, because it's thoughts. Work out cerebrally how to move to what you would like to become. And this is to galvanize things, to arouse things within your mind, to stimulate, and also it's to spiritualize. And it's an energy of House 7, partnerships, bringing something together. And I feel like what's being brought together is you and what you lost through that rock that you hit yourself with. You're never going to lose the rock, but it's how you pulverize the rock so that it no longer hurts you. So it's kind of like being in balance with the things that you see as traumas and not allowing them to hurt you, seeing them as steps in growth. And then we have the amalgamation again, this drawing together, this energy of partnerships. House 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7. Change things to reconnect to a spiritual pathway to walk on. Build something new, unify. That's this card of Cosmic +1, but in this sense, it's about you won't get your +1 till you get your connection to yourself. You need to conjoin with you and your rock as a powder. So let's see if there's anything else on that. Mercury square Gaia Uranus. Anything else you want to add to that? Anything else you want to add to that? There's one. Sulfur, cardinal modality. That's beautiful. So look, cardinal modality, as you know, cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. And then down here, you can see that we've got this sense of spark, renewal. Sulfur is like fire. It's big ideas. It's changing things. This is a new season. And that is what is happening. Now that, because Uranus is relevant in the eclipses that are coming up, because, you know, the nodes have also moved today into Taurus and Scorpio. And on the 30th of April, the new moon in Taurus, which is the solar eclipse, it's got some kind of interesting aspect, but I forget which now, with, it's almost in a conjunction, but not quite. But the eclipse, it might be the lunar eclipse has got the conjunction, but it's Uranus is a really important energy now, and it's an energy of breaking things down, rebelling, changing, transforming. But you don't change the world around you if you don't change yourself. That's the point of this square at the moment with Mercury. So look, it's moon in Libra. This is about finding a balance. We couldn't have more Libran energies here than Libra, House 7, and Moon in Libra. Because there's something very new when we get to the 1st of April. This keeps coming up. April's a really important time. And the full moon in April is in Libra. So this moon is ease. And we've had this before. This is that energy of, I want to say it's an incompletion anxiety, but there's something about this that feels like that anxiety goes away because we reach some kind of balance. So this square moment is to, if you can pulverize your traumas, if you can powder them down, if you can look at the minutiae, and by minutiae, I mean the tiny, tiny things that act as triggers or things that flick our switches that put us into a bad energy. If we look at them as tiny things in the grander scheme, we can begin to pulverize and soften them. So that's the energy. New big ideas, but you've got to, those ideas are in the powder. It's almost like with the rock, you can't change the rock. But if you pulverize it and spread it out on the ground, you can write a new formula all through the powder. You can rewrite your life, your future, your dreams, your wishes in the powder that you make from your traumas. Yeah, it is. It's very much diving deep. So now we're going to go to Moon Square Uranus, which is also separating. It's a brief one. It's a 5 degrees already today when I was looking, but it's been passing by. But this was that energy of feeling wronged. It's also an energy of radical change. It's chaotic family dynamics in the last few days. It's the idea of community struggles. It's people separated from society. And it's that vulnerable emotional tension that people have been feeling. So, Moon Square Uranus, Gaia. Moon Square Uranus, Gaia. Yeah. We've got Saturn back again. So remember, Saturn was also squaring, and that's separating. So there's some kind of connection where the reason it's felt so emotionally chaotic was because you had this square aspect going on with Saturn as well as the moon. So it's been amplified. So, not having those. I need a little bit of a swing. I put my table too near. It's almost banging my chest. Look. Oh dear, I didn't leave myself enough room for a swing. So, It's interesting. Look, we've got 91 cards here. Here's the web page if you want to download them and print them. But there's 91 cards, but we're getting a lot of connected energies. So we've got where Saturn is at the moment. I know we're in the moon, but the moon's a really big thing at the moment because it moves so quickly, you know, whereas Saturn takes 29.5 years to get around the sun. So this is about banishing the grit, separating. Now, we've had that energy of separation even with Venus. So there's a real energy of breakdowns, busting, pulverizing, filtering. This is about, though, worthy friendships. That's what this energy is about. Who are the companions? Who are the people that you have around you that are really the wheat from your chaff? What are the people who are just husks, not real energies? This is an energy of rebellion and change. This is it's got the energy of restriction, but it's a good restriction. This is when Saturn's doing its job in a positive way, and it's showing you, emotionally vulnerable moments because they're relationships that you've formed that aren't serving you very well. They're not honest, true relationships. So then we have Cancer. We have that energy of solution, dissolve. Again, that was with the trine in Venus. That's that same energy. It's repeating that message of how we need to look at the people around us. I'll have to come back to it in a minute, Elsa, if I can. So there's a dissolve. You have to put all of the things that are those moments that make you feel vulnerable or make you feel wronged or make you feel alone and disconnected, and ask yourself, what are the connections that you're seeking that just aren't part of the solution? They're not part of something you need to reabsorb. There's something that are a kind of, it's this ancestral miasmas, these energies of connections that we make that are not necessarily for our best. And then we have compose. House 9. And this is the energy in new form. And that's, again, that writing in the pulverized talcum that we're left with. This is about new topics. This is about growth. It's about expansion. And it's about new pathways. So that's been a message, again, that we've had with the platinum cosmic serpent and the golden earth serpent coming together. This idea of walking a new walk in our future, finding a new sacred earth walk, a new journey. And it is an energy of relocation. I kind of feel like a relocation of your sacral as well as physical. That's the interesting thing. Oh, sorry. Elsa, that's good. Answer her, please. So I'm going to ask for a little bit more on that. A little bit more on that one. That's more than a little bit more. That's a lot more. Let's just shuffle them again. Shuffling them here so that maybe the hammock might catch them. Would you like to tell us something else about the moon? Squaring. Spirit. This is an opportunity to self-actualize. There's something about this. Look, there's not much of an energetic transformation between what is to compose and what is to release, what is to self-actualize a new energy. The liberation of the soul from material obsessions. So this is about dreams. The moon is about dreams. This is about an energy of formlessness. That's really interesting. So the notion of not knowing who you are somehow within the astral, kind of visiting unseen realms that you have an incompletion anxiety about, that notion of not knowing where you're moving forwards. And it's an energy that you almost need to feel as you move forwards, how to move forwards, how to liberate yourself. There is a real sense, look, we've bearing in mind, I got no table. Just had to do a little bit of hand magic there. Well, I would say I haven't read it properly, but Uranus and Saturn, what you have to remember is they're generational planets. They're not so much personal frequencies. They're not personal planets. They're things that affect generations. So they work slightly differently. It's more the aspects that you would have in your birth chart of your personal planets in relation to those planets. So the bigger outside, slower moving planets are much more generational than personal, just as an aside. So there's something about an insecurity in dreams that's coming. So if we're looking at moons currently, it's in Leo. I feel like that this is a journey. This energy, this energy I'm picking up. I'm going to do a reading with Reem about collective dreams, but I feel this might be one of the first journeys. It's like a dream anxiety, and it's about being in uncomfortable places, but they're beautiful. That's the interesting part. There's a frequency where you will be somewhere absolutely beautiful, but you won't feel at home, or you will be surrounded by your soul tribe and yet feel alone, or you will notice a group that you would connect to, and you would think, while I'm defined as this connection, it's not how I see myself. There's something about that frequency. Interesting. I'm going to ask about that. That's what I need to do. I need to ask about this. It feels like it's coming. This connective, collective dreaming is not like having the same dream. It's having the same theme of a dream. And it's like new dream topics are coming. And I feel like this one is all leading towards this new moon in Aquarius. New moons in Aquarius are always very powerful. I mean, super powerful energies, partly because they are the Chinese Zodiacs' new year. And if you think about that, there's a thing called the Valpurgis that I was sent. I didn't know the name for it. But it's a circle of about 3,000 mile radius or kilometer radius rather, and it's around the sort of South Asian Sea, South China Sea, and it's this energy where this circle where so much of the population, over half the world population, are in this concentrated area. So when you think about the astrology of Chinese New Year, it's an incredibly powerful energy frequency because there are so many people that follow Chinese astrology, even if we don't necessarily. So it's a very strong new beginning always when you have a new moon in Aquarius. So what's this collective dream? What is this collective dream theme? What is this dream theme? We're returning to the beginning message. It's like we were given it to start with. As I say, 91 cards. I keep saying 92 because I made a counting error. We've got Scorpio, once again, severing, feeling separated, feeling ruptured, feeling disembodied, And we've got Vesta, feeling inextinguishable. So 828, again, with this sense of trying to readdress a balance. I want to say there's a sense of a pregnant pause between now. I need more on that. It's being cut off. I feel like it's an energy of, I don't know, that's the frequency that I'm getting here. Come on, let's have a little bit more. It's gone behind me. Okay, so we have Trine. So this is referring back to that Venus trine, Gaia Uranus. This is to be at ease, harmony, natural, auspicious, formulae. There's something about, again, it's like rewriting the now to create the future. That's again that marking in the powder. We've got to rewrite our truths. We've got to rewrite our situations in the now. But somehow they begin. It's like you will see in this collective dreaming a symbol or a formula. Something that you don't have to understand it. You just have to acknowledge that it's there. And you have to bring that energy of a newness, a new formula, a new plan forwards. I feel like it will be seen in a kind of nightmare, though, or something that's got that anxiety within the frequency. And we've got lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse is the 16th of May. This is an esoteric shadow gift. This is emotional opportunities. It's a test of time. It's a test of endurance. And it's a growth period. It's almost a sense of being pregnant, each of us, male and female, with a new you, a new inner child, maybe. So, what's this pregnancy thing? They just fell out straight away. I just wanted to know what they were. They fell off the bottom of the deck. It was pulverized again. It's the moon, pulverize the moon. So what is this sense of pregnancy? Back again. It's crown consciousness. It's a change of consciousness. It's a change in the astral. It's a change in the primordial language. That's this formula that's coming through. And it's penetrative. It's a revolution. It's a dream revolution. Yeah, we are pausing for pregnancy. I need to know more about this pregnancy. What are we birthing? What's the pregnancy? What are we birthing? What's the pregnancy? Well, I don't know what to do there. I've got, oh no, it's only 3. It looked like a lot more. So we've got 1 on its own that was sitting high up and 2 down below. High up, salt, material. This is fixed, reconnection. It's back. So, fixed reality, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Uranus, Gaia is at the moment. Then the 2 below. So, Moon in Capricorn, which is inner values. if we're going to have something on the astral that's a transformative energy, something new that's coming in, then it has to connect to our real world, which is our inner values, that energy of competency, of safety and security. We have to build a new safety for ourselves and a security, and it's coming with solar eclipse. So we're talking this energy, the collective dreaming is going to grow. It's going to be like a pregnancy that brings us towards this really magical, transformative eclipse tunnel season, 30th of April. Oh no, the other way around. 30th of April, 16th of May. There's something really, maybe we should just ask that. What's in that tunnel? What's in that tunnel? Let's do that. So look, people, here's the link to my website. Also, everybody, you need to join Rob's channel. It's tomorrow at 11 CST. Rob and I are doing on his channel. That's why you need to join his channel to get the notification. You need to subscribe to Rob Odinson. We're going to be doing the Chinese astrology signs for the Lunar New Year. I love a Lunar New Year. So it's year of the water tiger. I nearly said water dragon. Water tiger. And we'll be there doing all 12 signs. So what's in this eclipse tunnel then? What's in this eclipse tunnel? 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 Whoa, look at what's in this eclipse tunnel. What's available to us? The Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, we're on the eclipse tunnel, Penelope, because they came up. The tunnel itself came up as collective dreaming. This is all elements to be alchemized. This is omnipresent philosophical matter. This is astral dreaming being brought into a reality to rewrite your philosophy of life. That's what's available to change your perception of your world. And this is, it's got the most beautiful word, which is the sea womb. This is akashic. This is creative. And then we have two more cards. What do we have? I just grin because I like the way this deck works. We've got Mars and Venus. It's the alchemizing of the masculine and feminine within all of us is available in the eclipse tunnel. That's absolutely beautiful. So look, Venus takes 7 months. Mars takes 23 months. So this is back to that frequency we've got at the moment, this trine with Uranus from Venus. This is, it's like an improvement in brain function. It's antimicrobial. So there's something like a transference of energy into a cleaner vessel. And the vessel being Mars, because once Mars has entered Aquarius, Mars's frequency will change and it will make this philosopher's stone that's hidden within the eclipse tunnel much more findable, much more malleable. And this is about courage, finding the courage to be who we are, finding, I want to say, molecular abundance, connection, fix now. So it's about creating a power bridge to our emotions, intelligent emotions. It's really, really fascinating. Interesting. So yeah, I like Wassail, Trevor. Yeah, we are, but it's all at different speeds, Trevor. That's the thing. You know, we won't actually start shining as if our molecules are more separate. It's about an energetic perception of how we shine. Our luminous sort of energies at the moment are, they're not kind of full light body frequency yet. We're not there yet. There's a lot to go. There's something I'm getting about this frequency of a Janus revelation, a time revelation taking place within the solar eclipse tunnel. And this one is a solar eclipse tunnel because it starts with a solar eclipse, moves to a lunar eclipse. It's a door of perception. Some kind of perception will transfer with us. So, galactic community esoteric shadow gifts being offered to us. Janus is the original two-faced god that looks forwards and backwards. Originally, it was Eanus and Eanna who became Diana, the sun and the moon. And in the Eanus Geminus, which was the 12-columned prophetic tunnel that was to do with battles and war in ancient Rome, there was a statue of Janus in the middle who eventually became Saturn. But they opened the doors when there was a war, and then they closed the doors when there's no war. But in Rome, they never got to close the doors because they were always fighting. So Janus is who January is named after as well. So, are there any things that we can ask the cards that you would like to know, not on a personal level, but on a kind of collective or an energetic or whatever? Yeah, he's in the column tunnel, absolutely, Janus. He's, as I say, he's January. He's the god that looks forwards and backwards. He's a primordial god. He's before time, so he understands the concept of the present, the past, and the future. He's also god of doors. So whenever you want a portal, it's Janus really that opens portals in many religions. Wassail Jack, wassail a min. Well, look, Gemini came from Janus. You know, it's this idea, the Eanus Geminus, the tunnel with two doors, the polarities. I'm not even going to turn any cards and just say no, I'm in. There won't be. But if you believe there will, then it's more likely that you'll go down that frequency path. It's an energy that our sort of governments like to make us fear because they just want us to have fears all the time. Yeah, let's have a look at that because I did want to do that whilst they're drawing momentum. I wanted to say what's Sun in Aquarius got. What's Sun in Aquarius? Sun in Aquarius. Oh, right, hang on. The first one is distillation. The second one, which went over there, is conjunction. And the third one is take, retrograde. So let's have a look. We're dealing with thoughts. So that's interesting in itself because we're looking at house 12. We're looking at the sun in Aquarius, which is that energy frequency of a thought space because it's an air sign. This is about containing and securing communities. So that's a really interesting. Yeah, that's what's always interesting. Well done, Melissa, for putting that down. The sun will enter Aquarius in 13 minutes. It's not done on the day. It's done by degrees, not by the clock. So we're almost there. So this is about intensifying the energy of groups. So the notion of distill is something and then filter it out in a kind of energy of Scorpio, like a sort of rebirthing energy coming out. But there's no sting in this tail. It's something that kind of washes away impurities. It's very much that kind of energy. And it's about the sun bringing us a sense of coherence. Again, I want to go back to that notion of time, the individual time bubbles all being magnetized together, which I'm getting. Oh, look, and that's what this is, union. This is to merge. This is to focus. This is to mutually intensify. This is beautiful energy together. This is kinship. This is amplification. This is when things start to resonate in groups, in communities. And it is an energy of coming to merge together. And it's the idea of our emotional makeup. So in the heart of something, there's a merging. And then which is it's remove the illusions. So there's something about the sun hitting Aquarius. It's about removing illusions. It's got lucidity, and it's an energy of spring cleaning. It's an energy of sweeping out. It's an energy to fathom, to witness, to see something that we couldn't understand. So let's have a few more on that. So, Sun in Aquarius. Sun in Aquarius. Sun in Aquarius is Aquarius. It's a big fly. So this is to amplify. This is to multiply. This is to empower, to hone. This is prime spiritual aether. It's like we're being given some big booster of aether frequency to multiply this energy, as I said, that's about secure communities. It's really interesting. So it came with 2 cards. Trusting the flow. We had Moon in Virgo earlier. This is life trimming. This is about change, transformation. This is about spotting the details, removing the illusion. So this is almost like the Moon in Virgo energy is giving us that ability to see, to understand as a group, as a communities, what's necessary in our world and what's not necessary. Redefining the circumstances of life. And then it ends with Kawar. So Kawar takes 289 years to go around the sun. It's the cosmic shaman. So this is a true mystical experience, is shaping up globally, community, in groups. Again, that sense of this collective dreaming. It's not that we get the same dream. We have the same story thread. We ultimately have the same dream to become united, but this is the singer of existence. This is to sing Galgia. It's returning to that energy of speaking new life into the world, and it's a sacred song of life, but it's also, you have to ask a question of what is the cost of bliss? What are you willing to sacrifice? And I want to say, of yourself and your experiences, things you hold dear. What are you willing to sacrifice to trim your world and achieve your new dreams? That's the energy I'm getting here. So, how was that for you people with the new deck, with all the words? Yeah, I know. The thing is, Penelope, I mean, I'm willing to sacrifice all the bullshit, but then I think I also have to acknowledge that there must be bullshit within me that I have to sacrifice. I think anything we see in the world around us is only there because it's within us. I'm not saying you bullshit. I just mean I think we all have to be aware of the things we see and wish to change must be things that we don't like to witness within ourselves. It's a pleasure. I'm trying to just do a shorter reading today, and then I can do another reading. I just wanted to really get the cards out there, and yeah, it is. Bullshit detection is an important part of shadow work. It's also there's some really interesting cards when you get to look through all the different cards. There's some really nice words and concepts on. Spiritual cul-de-sac has made its way into things. That notion of truths that are illusions that lead us down wrong paths is quite important. Well done, Petra. You can go back to working again now. I'm writing. It's a pleasure, everybody. So, as I said, if you have any money that you can, Debbie, the artist who's going to be drawing all 91 cards for us, then you can send it via my PayPal, and you just have to mark it for Debbie, DEBI. And don't forget tomorrow, Wassail Fib. Don't forget tomorrow at 11 CST, which is 5 p.m. GMT. I will be going live on Rob Odinson's channel, and we're going to be doing Chinese animal signs. Yeah, exactly. You'll see us tomorrow with the other rascal. Wassail Temple Toad. I might have missed you earlier. It's a pleasure, everybody. So I'm just really, really, really pleased to get the deck out there so that you can all start having a play. I'm now going to go on to, I've got to write still 70 of the runic paragraph poems. So that's my next job. I'm sure that tomorrow will be absolutely mature and highbrow, Rob, as you say. We're very, very serious in the work that we do. There will be no laughter. What time? It's 11 CST. But if you go to Rob's channel, it's already up. You just have to link subscribe. If you don't subscribe early, you can't comment. So on Rob's channel, you have to go in, you have to join, you have to be a subscriber, or you can't join in the live chat. So you want to go over to Rob's now, and you want to join him and put yourself, set a reminder for it. I might need to set myself a reminder. Yeah, wassail to Debbie. She is fabulous. And as I say, any money that you send to Debbie, I can then send to her to help her to live while she does a lot of work for us. Well, it's not too late, is it? It's about 7 p.m. Elsa, isn't it? 6 p.m. if you live in Norway. That's good. Yeah, it'll be 11 a.m. for me. Still got an unstable connection. So anyway, beautiful people, there's the deck. And you can all download that and start having some fun with it. And we will see 6 p.m. in Brussels. Brussels. Do you know, Pamela, I went to Brussels because when I was young, they used to call me Brussels Sprout. So I went for a holiday in Brussels. That square with all the golden buildings is absolutely amazing. And the best secret chocolate shops around the edge. Unbelievable Belgian chocolates. And when I was there, we were always told, about, all these EU laws are made and set in Brussels. And there was they don't give a damn in Brussels about any of those kind of health and safety laws that we always pretend we give a great thought to. So in my hotel, when I got there, they showed me to my room and I said to them, look, I booked this room, and I showed them the type of room. And so they said, no, that is one of those rooms. I went, no, look, it's not. So I explained it to them. In the end, they said, okay, we'll give you a better room. So they gave me a better room in a different part of the hotel. And there was some kind of fire problem in that part of the hotel. And all of the doors to escape by closed shut like they were fire trap doors. So you couldn't get out. So if there had been a real fire, you'd have just burnt alive. Safety. Good. Oh, my connections just got better. Yeah, there was also, when I was walking along the pavement, there was a piece of wire sticking out of the pavement that was really thick, that was just like someone to walk into and trip over. I thought it was so funny. Yeah, I did get frozen. When your heart's not broken. So anyway, all of you, go and subscribe to Rob's channel, and I will see you all tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Chinese horoscope. It'll be fun. So, wassail all you beautiful people. Wassail. Bye.